confident with what I was doing that I don't need to be, gotta try my chocolate, you know what I mean? I mean, I had some in the car, in a cooler, you know, even. And, but I said that, and she goes, and she came towards me. Honestly, her body language was, healthy chocolate, just like that. And that's how her voice influctuated and everything. And I'm like, yeah. She goes, can I try some? And so I was able to book an appointment with her and everything just from image. And I've recruited, you know, I have my whole Iowa team is because of that. You know, and all this that I've got, Janine just won Executive Elite. That is because I was dressed in business attire in a house I didn't even know any of the people there with my best girlfriend from Iowa. Just sitting there trying to be to myself, and they just kept asking me questions. I'm like, fine, I'll get the chocolate out of the car, and here you go. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And so I think it's important that you really present yourself. And then my little cute Emily, who's recruited 3 people now, you know, the little grocery store girl who just wouldn't stop asking me. And it's really about, that's one way that we attract the booking. Now, when you go in to present a booking, if you're already of an image for your family, friends, everyone, if you're dependable, I mean, so I think a lot of it is we need to become better people. Isn't that a great part of this business? Yeah, we're dependable, we're, you know, honest, all these different things. They'll want to hear what we have to say when we say, hey, you know, I'd really like you to check into this. It's because they respect your opinion. And since you're young, that's something you're still developing, but that's really, I think, has leveraged me in this business. Because people trust me. And there's a reason why. And so I think that's, anyway.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good. Because why put up a barrier if you don't need to? You know, honestly assess, what am I saying with how I'm walking around in the world? You know, I never get on a plane in sweats. I see people in jogging suits all the time. I'm like, that looks really comfy. I'm jealous. But I'm working on a plane. Because I'm waiting to, I kind of pick my seat, you know. And so, you know, I want to be able to strike up a conversation with that person. It's why, you know, I mean, you know, dress as well as you can. You know, a lot of times we don't have tons of money to invest in that, but even if it's just one nice thing, wear that. Mm-hmm. You know, I can't even tell you how many people like strike up conversations with me because of much. You know, so what do? Just present a credible image, and people will ask you. You know, they give you more credence.
You know, and oddly enough, I was noticing your watch last Thursday.
Oh, you were?
You know, and I was thinking, you know, he's got a nice watch. And
my wife got this for me, and I thought, diamonds? Can I get away with that?
Absolutely, you can.
No, I didn't really see it. I just saw it from far away.
Oh, shut up.
It's a verse. Whoops, I'm
You
sorry.
know, I just saw it from far away. But the thing is I don't wear jewelry. And
yeah, I'm just giving you an example.
I know, but I'm just saying. But I noticed that.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know, that to me that's a sign of stature in a way.
Well, and it's a sign of how you feel about yourself.
You've reached a point.
Well, you know, I mean, whatever you present, make sure that it's neat and clean, and that you're not getting in your own way. So, you know, make sure your shoes are shiny.
Well, and I hear people say, well,
don't be stuck.
Who I am, I'm just going to dress like this.
Yeah, well, then it's just great.
Well, then be successful at the level you want, and I'll be successful at the level I want.
Yeah.
So you just go ahead and do that, but see how fast you get there.
Let me ask this. I think it's easy for a woman, because as soon as a woman puts on a dress, there's instantly something different.
Oh, let me tell you, I see a man in a suit, and you better,
But,
woo! You know, I mean, no, it's just the same for a guy.
Is that what you mean?
Sorry.
No,
I'm serious.
But the difference is there's a you put a woman goes from whatever, you know, slacks to a dress. Mm-hmm. And maybe I'm thinking of this different, but it seems impractical to run around in a suit coat in the summer.
Yeah,
Do you think this is practical every day? for
depends
this.
any day.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think you have to wear a suit coat,
No.
Jerry. Let's be honest. I will say there are several key defining factors that.
This is going on YouTube.
Look, as long as you put yourself together with a little attention, just stylishly. I used to, any Shasai meeting I came to, and maybe I need to go back to this, but I never showed up at a Shasai meeting without a suit and a tie, or a sports coat and a tie.
The other night,
Oh,
that was awesome.
oh, thank you. Oh, was it? Did I have a
The longer one, you had a longer brown one, and
Sport coat.
you still had one of your flashy shirts on.
Oh,
No, I love them. I think they're great. But you had that suit coat on over it, and I was just like going, it just upped it a notch.
yeah. So
You still had jeans,
yeah.
but
I started rethinking a little bit. I thought, well, I don't want people to think that that they can't do this too. If I'm too flashy, then they think, well, I can't do that, But
But on the other hand, what Maria is saying, if you want to be successful, then you need to dress like she is.
Well, Paul's already there.
Oh, no,
I'm still
not-
getting there,
I'm
so
not
I have
arguing.
to
I'm
up the
making your point.
antes by
I'm making
doing
your
this.
point.
Right.
That you're saying, well, I need to dress down so people that don't think that they need to dress up to where I am. What Belia's saying is, if you want to be successful, then you need to emulate what I'm doing.
well, I do. Even though I'm dressing down, I do try to send signals. Like,
Paul's always fashionable.
well, that's what I'm trying. Just make sure that whatever you're saying about yourself, it's what you want said. Yeah, and be really kind of analytical and think about that. Because people are going to look at you and draw a conclusion. They're going to, and in 10 seconds, they're going to do that. So, if I'm wearing jeans, I got on good shoes and a nice shirt.
Well, I'll tell you, Jared shows up in shorts, but he's got on $700 shoes. I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah.
And my uncle's the first one to pick that out. He's like, well, he was in jeans, but did you see how much he paid for those shoes? I'm like, actually, I didn't, but he noticed.
About 3 key things for a man. Definitely their shoes. Any kind of
No more
accessory
flip-flops.
that they can have.
No
Whether
flip-flops.
it's a
Can I
watch
get your honest
or
opinion on these?
I think those have got to go, my friend.
those say kind of an outdoorsy kind of guy.
Yeah.
They don't say business. They don't say money. They are expensive and nice shoes. But they say, I'm an REI guy. Not come do business with me. They say, come climb with me. It's just a different feel, and they're obviously nice, respectable shoes. But I think it's the shoes. I think it's an accessory of some sort and hair.
For women, it's
Some kind of
nylons,
Thanks.
shoes, and a suit.
Well, your hair is easy. You don't have any.
Just shine a little. You're good.
Yours, that's what I'm saying.
Just pull out the buffer.
But like if you look at Paul's hair, it looks done. Whether it's a little gel, whether it's a little whatever, like you have a little gel in your hair, something that makes it look finished.
But I had my
Those are the
boots
3
on.
Key factors.
Well, I think you have to let people know that you care about your appearance. Because that says that you care about many things.
And about what you're doing. You must be good at it.
Because you're a proficient person, you got to put yourself together.
Is your business how you look?
I dressed
See, that
myself
is-
this morning. Before I run out of juice, could you guys move into neighbors, please? Because I have 2 new neighbors, and one
You're
thing.
just gonna jump across the
Well, no,
yard and
because
grab 'em?
I had a real bad experience with the guy in my ward that I put on a Neighborhood's Biggest Loser years ago, and this guy was in it. He won part of it. He wanted it in product, and he was going to come to a meeting, and these didn't work out. And then one time, man, he just hammered me. Ever since I moved into the ward, everybody wants me to blah, 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 blah. And I went, crap. The guy just came unglued. And I knew that he had a noni guy that lived next door to him, so I don't know if he drank some and was freaking out from the noni. But so I'm really cautious when you talk to me about
Wow.
Nelson's.
Yep.
I'm like, you know what? Go for it.
I'll let you handle this one, Larry.
I stay away
It's yours,
from.
girl.
Well,
You know.
you have to be careful with neighbors because you're going to be around them all the time.
Yeah, they all know. They all know what I do. But I wait until they come to me. So I have 2 new neighbors. I'm going to take over little housewarming gifts of
With
chocolate.
no chocolate. You don't take them chocolate at a housewarming gift. That would be unacceptable. That's like
Why?
I'm trying to sell to you the first day you walk in the door. Are you kidding me? I would never take anyone anything Mary Kay when they moved in. I think that's the biggest mistake you could ever make.
No.
It's the, I don't really care about you. I just care about the fact that I sell chocolate, so let me give you some and see if you like it. And you will, and so you'll sign up. And
Okay, this is what I need to hear, although you're breaking my heart.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to
That's
break your
okay.
heart.
First, people have to know you and trust you, and then they'll listen to you.
Kind of what I think I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you, even though, and with what I've said before, I'm excited about this. I'm feeling the benefits of it. I'm, excited about what it's doing for me, and I want to share that with others. But what I'm hearing is that I need to be more patient.
And strategic.
Yeah,
That-
and
that's
strategic.
the word that just came to mind for me, too.
But kind of like what he's saying, I don't have to be in their face right up front with it.
Well, one of the best
I need-
things I think I did strategically, and not on purpose, but just because it was a need, was buy a Forerunner with my Mary Kay. I can't believe I just said that. With my Show Sci money in my name, and it was completely Show Sci funded.
By what?
A Forerunner.
Oh, you're a Forerunner.
And it really is. Because my husband said, well, if you want it, then it needs to be with Show Sci, and it needs to be with your credit and your money. And so I did. And it was completely with that. And so when people see it, I'm like, yeah, Show Sci.
Did you know that from Sound Concepts you can get a little license plate cover that says paid for by Healthy Chocolate?
Yeah.
So Keith, with your
know.
new neighbors,
But so now people are asking me, and I'm like, hey, yeah, I was funded with my new business.
So what are your thoughts on
It's a great strategy.
the advertising, the vinyl on the back of your car, that kind of stuff? How loud
That's
do you want to
just
be?
that's just putting another fish hook in the water. You want to keep as many hooks in the water as you can.
Okay.
But I mean, honestly, the people that you do have a leg up there. So don't discount that. Don't think nobody's going to want to listen to me because I've talked to them about something else before. You might want to say something like, listen, I know I've told you about some other things. And I've tried them and maybe I haven't succeeded at them, but I am unwilling to give up on my dream of creating some security through some passive income. And I think I've learned from my previous mistakes because I think I found something that is really cool. I'd love to share it with you if you had 20 minutes.
Gotcha.
And the bottom line is you just have to try.
If Paula asked me, I would. So you got to think, am I someone someone would listen? Of course you are. But if there's things that you think you might need to tweak them. I think that business always helps us to become a better person. I mean, especially if we're successful.
Well, you miss 100% of the balls you don't swing at. So don't stop yourself by saying, they'll never listen to me. You don't know. And I'll give you a perfect example. I have a guy named Grant Heaton in my business. I don't know, some of you guys may have noticed him. You can't miss him. He's got the big long, Lorenzo snow beard. Yeah, and he's a photographer. But I've been begging him for years. I said, you got to talk to your people. Well, all my friends are wealthy, and he shoots. He's like a competitive marksman, and there's a lot of money in that. People, that circle. He said, nobody want to listen. Well, so he's gotten into a situation now where he's more open to talking, and I said, just make a list. Don't edit yourself. So he says, well, there is this one gal, and she owns a purse business. She does exotic bags, and she's just made a deal with it. So this is a credible person with a business. And so we just made a quick little appointment. I did a presentation over the web. And at the end of it, she says, well, you've got my attention. Listen, I think, I love sales. I didn't want to say, well, it's not really sales. I said, oh, okay, great, you love sales. And so we made an appointment to follow up. She was actually on the webinar today, and we're going to follow up after that. But it's really, he was thinking she'd never want to hear. He stopped himself before he ever got to her, and she did. Boy, she did. She wanted to hear. I had her attention. And some people are just not. They won't respond. I don't care how many skills you have.